Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Natalie. I teach the art of hand balancing and this is day 7 of our Build Your Handstand 30-day challenge. And we are going to do some gentle mobility exercises and stretches today because this is kind of our rest day, day off before we start the next week. Let's just start this short practice with the feet parallel, hip width apart, and just gently swing the arms here front and back in a diagonal by your side until you encounter a gentle resistance. So I cross the arms here in front and I'm not whacking my arms back, but I just sort of swing them back until I encounter a gentle resistance here in the pecs and the front of the shoulder line. And then change which arm is on top. I'll bring the right one below now. And you can also just gently sway the body front and back, loosening up the shoulder line. Okay. Now let's bring the arms here up we'll swing them up into a diamond shape here up above, and then keep the arms, the elbows slightly bent as you swing the arms sort of gently here behind you. So this is what it looks like, diamond shape, and behind you, diamond shape, behind you, diamond shape, behind you, diamond shape behind you. So it's gentle, it's a gentle mobility exercise. It's not about whacking the arms back or anything. Do use momentum and slightly lean to the front into the stretch. And diamond shape, and diamond shape, and diamond shape. Okay, very good. Now step the legs a little bit more apart here, hands on your hip, my left on my right hip here, and then just big circles, create big circles with your right arm here. And if you want to, you can follow your hand with your gaze, and that will slightly twist your torso from the front into a diagonal, creating a gentle spiral here in the spine. Let's go to the front, same thing. So follow your hand with your gaze, create the spiral here in your torso, come to the front. So try to keep the hip bones facing front. So you've got your hand here on your hip, make sure that the hip bone still faces front. And circle. And circle. And circle. Same thing on the other side. Right hand on your left hip. And big circle. Try to follow your hand here with your gaze. Unless that makes you dizzy. If it makes you dizzy, just keep your eyes focused on the floor. Creating a gentle spiral here in the torso and opening up the shoulder line. Let's reverse. Go to the back first and then front. Back. Front. Back. Front. Back. Front. Back. Front. Okay. Now I'm going to reach both of my hands behind me. And behind me in a diagonal. Yeah, so in a very narrow circular range here, behind and behind. And again, if you want to, you can try and follow your hand with your gaze and make sure that your hip bones are facing front. Behind you, behind you, behind. And then slowly lift this circle a little bit higher. So the arms come a little bit further away from the floor. And then work your way up into a horizontal. Keep moving from side to side. Keep trying to face the hips to the front. And then move that even higher into a diagonal above the shoulder line. And here you may have to go a little bit slower. Keep moving into a diagonal and a little bit higher up. So it's almost straight above you. Keep moving into the diagonal. Into the diagonal. And diagonal. Very, very good. Now let us do a stretch for the back. Bend the knees. Take hold of your left wrist. Pull the left arm across here and really away from you. Shoulder pulls away from you while I'm leaning into my back. So I'm leaning backwards while at the same time pulling the hand here, the arm to the front, and hold it. And come back to center. Other side, bend the knees. Left wrist takes hold of the right hand. Move across, around the back here, and allow the shoulder to be pulled to the front and hold it. Come out of the stretch. Interlock the fingers behind you. Straighten the elbows. Allow the chest here to come to the front, opening the chest as much as possible, while at the same time pulling the stomach in towards the spine. And now first bend your elbows before you release the fingers. And let's come down to the floor. I'm going to do a finger stretch with you where we are going to stretch each finger, basically. And let's start with the index finger of the left hand. Point it up like this, and then with the other palm here, just push against it. So I'm not completely passive here in this hand. I'm not allowing the wrist to be forced back. I keep tension here in the wrist, and I sort of push against it. I push like into the palm so that I feel the stretch here at the base of my finger. So your wrist, your palm here is the resistant, and then you push the finger here into the hand, allowing the finger to flex back as much as possible. And just hold it quickly. And then the middle finger, same thing. And the ring finger. And the little finger. And last is the thumb. Same thing on the other hand. Right hand, index finger first. Push into your palm, stretching the base off the finger. Try different finger positions, straight or curled. Can be different for everybody. And middle finger. And ring finger. Pinky. And thumb. Press both palms here together and then allow the wrists to sink low, pushing the palms together, pushing the fingers together. Allow the wrists to sink as low as possible. Spread the fingers wide. Push the palms against each other. And release. And now I am creating like a angular fist. So I'm not just curling the hand here to a fist, but it's like I'm flapping the fingers 90 degrees and another 90 degrees here at the second knuckle. And then I'm just going to squeeze the knuckles here together. So it's like I'm squeezing my fingers here together with the other hand. So one more time. So it's like bend here at the big knuckles, at the second knuckle, and then just squeeze the fingers here together with the other hand. So this should be pleasant. If it's not pleasant, then try to change the grip or the angle of your fingers and adjust it. Okay, other hand, same thing. And flex from the big knuckles, second knuckles, and then just squeeze the fingers together here. Find a squeeze that's pleasant. I think that this can be the motto of the week that I will leave you with. Find a squeeze that's pleasant in life and in handstands, and release. So after handstand practice, I find whatever feels pleasant to you, squeezing your hand in different ways, massaging the base of the wrist, please do it. I think that you can be guided by your intuition. Anything that squeezes the wrist here loosens the muscles. I think it's good. It's good wrist care and good self-care to do that sometimes. So this was our stretching slash rest day. I would encourage you also, as this journey continues, to write down your experience a little bit and reflect on it. It can be a very helpful thing if you are learning a new skill. So grab a notebook and a pen and just write down a few things about what changed this week, what challenged you, what surprised you, what was already familiar, and maybe also how your goals have changed, and other thoughts that have occurred to you during this process that can be an exciting thing to add to a physical journey, because at the end of the day it's a physical and mental journey at the same time. So I very much hope that you have enjoyed this process so far. Let me know how it goes, and then I hope to see you again tomorrow in week number 2, where we are going to continue with mini handstands and also with working with an elevation. Drink lots of water and rest, and I shall see you again tomorrow.